I've come straight from the Panasonic press conference and I've just got my hands on this. It's the new Panasonic S1R. I'm here with Barney, who is marketing manager for LUMIX in the UK, and going to find a little bit more about the S1 and the S1R. So Barney, thank you for your time. First of all, can you tell us a little bit more about these cameras then?
Yeah, very excited to tell you about them. So we have the S1R, which is 47 megapixels, and the S1, which is 24 megapixels. Both cameras have 4K 60p, dual image stabilization for body and lens. We have a triaxial LCD, 100% weather sealing on all the dividing lines and sockets. And we also, you'll be pleased to know, have 2 card slots.
Can confirm, I've just opened it there and we've got XQD and SD card slots. So hopefully that should answer a few questions on forums already. So it feels really nice in hand, nice and large. There's a big grip on here. Everything is obviously almost a bit like a G9 camera, but just everything's larger and bigger. So how do you sort of consolidate that when the LUMIX messaging has always been around Micro Four Thirds anyway, you know, smaller, lighter, more convenient? What's been behind the decision to go larger at this point in time?
So I think if you looked at our Micro Four Thirds cameras over the last year, the GH5, the GH5S, the G9, they've all changed shape or changed ergonomically. Well, now our cameras are a little bit bigger, but it's all about the balance. It's the balance between the camera and the lens. We had a lot of feedback from a lot of professionals in the market about making these products really easy for them to use. And a lot of these guys are transitioning or coming from DSLR. They want it to be as easy as possible ergonomically to hold and to use. So that's kind of behind the thinking. And you know, this product is all about the balance between the lens and the body.
Yeah, it feels quite nice here. This is the 24-105. There's no details on aperture or anything like that yet, but we do have some other lenses here. So can you tell us about the 50mm, because you talked about that during the press conference a little bit.
Yep, so here's our prototype for the development of the 50mm. So this is going to be an f1.4 aperture and the L mount.
Okay, and then 70-200 as well.
Yes, so we have the 70-200 attached to the block.
And then on here I've got the 24-105. And I can see just behind you there we've got a bit of branding, so you're going to have 10 more lenses by the end of 2020.
Yep, so we've committed today that we will develop 10 lenses by 2020 for our LUMIX S series.
So Micro Four Thirds users, is there any need for them to panic? Because obviously this is going to be, you know, I'd imagine this is going to be front and centre for marketing and promotion for the next, you know, for the foreseeable now. Where does that leave Micro Four Thirds for Panasonic?
It's still a big part of our business. We'll never give up on Micro Four Thirds. We introduced the world's first mirrorless camera in 2008, the G1, and we'll never give up on that product or that technology. So we introduced over the last year the GH5, the GH5S, the G9, and it's a big part of our business. So what we see at the moment is around over 30% of the system camera market is full frame, and that's why we've introduced the S series, to take a portion of that pie and to appeal to a different user. But still 70% of the market is smaller sensor, so Micro Four Thirds for example. And today we're really delighted that we announced a new lens which really epitomised the benefit of Micro Four Thirds. We announced a 10-25 f1.7 constant aperture lens, which is really incredible and one of the true benefits that we're able to realise with Micro Four Thirds.
Cool. And any idea on pricing and availability then for this?
So for the S series cameras, the S1R and the S1, the product will be available early 2019, but pricing is not yet disclosed. And unfortunately for the new LUMIX lens, the 10-25, we haven't announced availability or pricing just yet.
Okay. Barney, thank you very much for your time. So that's the detail on the new S1 and S1R cameras, and no doubt as soon as they'll come out they'll be available at Hire a Camera, and I will put the details in the description below. Barney, thanks again for your time. I appreciate that.